I feel superhuman.
I met Arnoux. I'm Teresa. Hi. And I'm here to help anyone who needs help. I met Arnoux in 2013, and so much has changed in my life thanks to Arnoux. I don't even know where to begin. I'm standing here going, what am I going to say? So a couple things. One, I was going to feed off of what you just said, was it's so true about how you do the work on yourself and the people in your life change. For instance, my brother and I didn't talk for 8 years. And I did the 7 steps, and I was working and crying, and within I think it was 6 weeks or less, my brother called. And I called him long before that because I had money for him, which was from our father passing away. And he didn't even call me after that. It was after I did the 7 steps. And then he called. And it's been 5 years, and we're back to where we used to be, like this.
Right.
So my daughter is a work in progress. I think I work on my daughter more than anybody I've ever worked on, or anything. It's like Merritt said, the layers. That girl's got layers. I have layers.
Right.
And she's taking the course in July, which I'm so excited. But our relationship was strained for a couple of years, and that's changed and has gotten so much better. And it didn't happen right away. I had to keep working on it and work on it and work on it. And I had to let go of a lot, and it worked. It's been great. And in fact, she got into some very bad accidents, car accidents. One, we were in the course, and she rolled her car 5 times and barely crawled out and was barely alive. I mean, it was a miracle she was alive. So we did a couple of your tools. We did the 5-step eraser, and we did the 7-step eraser after that, and she was able to drive again because she was scared to death to drive. And she got into another accident a year ago, not even a year ago. And last September, she's like, can we do that 7 steps again, Mom? And I said, sure. So she's like, I swear, Mom, if it works, she said, I will write Arnoux a testimony, and I will, I'll do anything if it works again. And I said, okay. And I'm like, I know it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And so, sure enough, the next day she's like, oh my gosh, Mom, that shit works. I'm like, yeah, I know. So I've been trying to get you to do the course, but you can't do it until you're ready. And when you're ready, it works. You have to be open. And I have one quick story about my ex-husband. He was very emotionally abusive. This was my second husband. We were together for 3 years. It was awful. Emotional abuse from day one, which my intuition told me not to marry him, and I did anyway. So listen to your intuition. It's always right. That gut feeling, follow it. It's always right. So I would talk to people. In fact, when I met Arnoux, I told Arnoux about my ex-husband and a couple of the people that were even angels in the back, and all of them were just like, oh my God, Teresa. I was like this fire, wasn't I? I was like,
There were flames coming off of her. You could see them.
yeah, it was awful. And I didn't realize it until someone pointed that out to me. And so I did the 7 steps on my ex-husband, which I had a restraining order against because he finally got physical with me and my daughter. And so we both had restraining orders against him. Never saw him again. He never came back to my home again. And so I had a lot of fear and a lot of anger, and I did the 7 steps on him. During that course, I ran into him at the farmer's market before I was on my way to the class, and he was standing next to me, and it was just weird. I mean, the whole thing was just unbelievable, but everything happens for a reason. So we're standing there, and all of a sudden, here he is. I haven't seen him since we were in court, and I have a little bit of butterflies, but not much. Normally, I'd be shaking, can't talk, just sweating, I'm sitting in court, and I just hate that. It was just awful, sorry. But that's the way it was. And so I found myself standing next to him. We talked, and I came back and I realized, oh my God, I want to help this man. Like, I wanted to teach him the 7 steps. I want him to get rid of all his stuff. But I got to clear mine, and Arnoux said, that little bit of butterflies that you felt, you need to keep working on that because you're not done. So there are those layers. They do keep coming. They do go away. This process works amazing for everything. All those little triggers, how people don't use their blinker on the freeway, how, seriously, these little things, how, you see these girls and they just don't know how to dress and they don't match. And, it's like, are you kidding me? Really? Like, get it together. Do you not look in the mirror when you walk out the door? Okay, sorry, but that's a trigger, so 7-step it. So when you get to know each other and you all start talking, everyone's going to be like, 7-step that, 7-step that, 7-step that. Keep a list, put it in your phone. Every time something comes up, keep a list. I have an ongoing list, and I 7-step or do an ERT or do the 5 steps. The 5 steps are amazing. That helped my daughter a lot. It's helped me a lot. In fact, Merritt helped me with one not long ago with ancestral stuff that was crazy. So I could go on and on. I've taken all of his courses. I love them. They're worth it. You'll get every penny and more. You'll pay every cent and look back and never even think, God, that was just too much money. And never. You can't even say that. It's worth every cent. And you're gonna wanna share it with everybody. So tell everybody, spread the word. That's why Arnoux makes it affordable, so that you can go out and do it yourself and help others, so we can all live in this world together and clear everything and just be healthy and happy and the way we're supposed to be, right, Arnoux?
Right.
So anyways, thanks for listening.
For your free training on how to skyrocket energy levels in 30 minutes or less, visit TotalHealthMasteryUSA.com. The results and benefits of our training program are only available to members of our private association.